So coalitions have been a relative rarity in South Africa. Since 2016, we've obviously seen some more at local government level, and especially since 2021. And in some municipalities, these coalitions have been very unstable and they've hampered service delivery. So I was wondering what could happen if we have these same kind of situations at national level. So it does seem pretty likely that the ANC is going to go under 50% on Wednesday. I still don't think it's people shouldn't assume it's a done deal. I don't think people should be too surprised if the ANC gets above 50, but it's also fairly likely it'll go under 50. And the question is how far under 50 it's going to go. And that's a question then to pass legislations on. The ANC is going to have to form coalitions. We also don't know who they are going to form coalitions with. Also depends how badly they do on Wednesday. And evidence from around the world shows that sometimes you can have legislative gridlock when political parties can't agree. And that's happened before. And I was just wondering if, with thinking about whether this could happen in South Africa.
Marius, do we have particular provisions or allowing for gridlock? Obviously, it would be otherwise defined. I don't expect to see the word gridlocked in the Constitution, for example, or in the rules of Parliament. But I mean, in terms of big decisions, is there any provision for that? Or I guess is that this all going to have to be devised and navigated sort of as we go?
Well, I'm not a constitutional scholar, but from what I can tell, it doesn't seem like there is any uh, kind of mechanisms to break a sort of gridlock. So what happens in provinces and municipalities when a budget can't be passed, for example, then national governments or the provincial government will take over municipality. This happened before when municipalities have been placed under administration, but it seems to me there's no real mechanism to break this kind of deadlock if we couldn't pass a national budget, for example. And I'm not clear what would happen with that. So I think part of the problem is, in a lot of ways, the South African Constitution, it's rightly, I think, lauded as one of the world's better constitutions. But I think when it was drawn up, it wasn't drawn up with thought given to the possibility that we're going to have that coalitions are going to become common in South Africa. Of course, as I say, coalitions at national level haven't happened since 1994. There have only been two provincial coalitions since 1994 in the Western Cape and KwaZulu-Natal at various periods. But given our electoral system, which is a proportional representation system, coalitions are a feature rather than a bug. And I think we're heading into that period now. But no thought was given to it by the people who are drawing up the constitution in our various institutions, what we could do to break issues when we do have coalitions, not coalitions, but when we have a governing party that's under 50%, and we'll need the support of other parties to govern at national level.
Thank you very much for watching. To access the full video, along with the rest of our CRA analysis, our weekly risk alerts, as well as our macro reviews and our periodic strategic intelligence reports, as well as our briefings, please head to the CRA website linked in the description below and consider subscribing to our services. Until next time, Chris Hattingh here for the Center for Risk Analysis. Take care.